President Alan Lepofsky on AI and the future of the workplace. We hope you enjoyed this video.
Much, Alan.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. I look forward to talking to you about this.
Awesome. First question. What do you think is being the breakout use for AI in the next 5 years?
The breakout use has been for reporters and analysts to get lots of attention.
Yeah.
No, AI is certainly it's certainly a hot topic. It's certainly the buzzword. And the reality of what's going to happen, currently happening now and happening over the next 1, 3, 5 years, is the automation of things that we do that are repetitive or mundane. We look at some very basic low-hanging fruit today, things like automatic responses to emails or booking calendar entries. That's kind of the getting started. What are the things that computers are good at? Can they crunch huge amounts of data? Can they provide us recommendations of what to do? What we're going to start to see 3, 5, 10 years from now is a little more intelligence, a little bit more of these tools knowing our preferences for the people, the objects, the brands that we want to interact with, the way we would respond to things, a little bit more sentiment behind them versus sort of generic answers. And the reason that's going to take a little while is it takes data for those things to happen.
Right.
So when we see sales and marketing and finance use cases, we all want these things to be our personal digital assistants, right?
Right.
We want them to act just like if I was to ask a real assistant, that knows me, that gets this is the way Alan would respond. We're not quite at that stage yet with these AI tools.
Got it. Wow, very interesting. So with that being said, what do you think is the greatest potential for AI, particularly in the workplace?
Helping us focus on the things that we want to be working on, as opposed to the things that suck up our time today.
Of course.
If you're in sales, if you're in marketing, like if you're a sales professional, if these tools start to build you more intelligent, more contextual, more accurate lead generation funnels, then you don't have to spend as much time on wasted opportunities. If you're in marketing and these tools can start to bring you better lead scores versus loads of A/B testing and trying to figure out, if you could figure out which campaigns work and which don't. If you're a knowledge worker, just answering questions or creating content, the amount of time we spend searching for things or duplicating effort, if we had that real personal digital assistant that could recommend people to us, it could recommend content to us, it could recommend the places we should go to, the communities we should be part of. If all of these things can be taken away from our day-to-day wasted time, and we could actually really focus on our jobs, you as a content producer, me as an analyst writing reports, I look forward to the day that I'm not having to do as many manual searches for my research. Imagine if my tools, whether it's an Office word processor suite or sort of a next generation word processor, when I start my writing, if it could go and find the latest news, if it could sort of aggregate together the trends that are happening and help me create my reports, I would love that.
So would I. Trust me, so would I. So what do you think would be the biggest change to the nature of the workplace for corporate employees on a mass basis with AI tools being introduced?
Very, very simple. Trust.
Awesome.
Do we have faith that these things are doing it accurately, doing it without bias,
Right.
doing it securely? In order for these tools to know about you and your preferences and your styles and your recommendations, it needs access to a lot of information about you. And today that could be your calendar, your email, your Highbox activity stream, all of these different pieces of information. But what about when it wants to know your medical records or your family history,
Right.
or your current heart rate or how much sleep you had last night? How much information do we give to these things? So the next stage of evolution is trust and understanding where the security lies, where privacy lies. On the internet today, we know that we're all being taken advantage of by the search engines and the big websites and social networks that we go to, that we use for free. Well, we use them for free because they use all of our data.
Because they bought us, yeah.
You can't do that at work.
Right.
We don't have these enterprise tools working via advertising dollars.
Right.
So our enterprise tools, we really have to have faith. We're 20 some odd years into email. Do we still trust our spam filters? We have to go look in our spam box once or twice a month to make sure we didn't miss anything. So it'll be interesting to see this next generation of digital assistants, how much we trust them.
Awesome. That's going to be a fun one to watch, and I'm sure Constellation will have a lot of great info on us in the future.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alan, for answering my questions and taking the time out in your day. It has been
You're very
wonderful.
welcome.
For more on Highbox, visit highbox.co.